Now it came to the pass in the days of King Xerxes, and the 3rd year of his reign, Queen Vashti refused to attend his banquet, and she was banished. After years of no wife, the king decided he wanted another wife and sent his advisors to the city to gather all the unmarried girls. After a year of beauty treatments, the king chose a Jew named Esther. She told no one about this. Meanwhile, Mordecai, Esther's uncle, refused to bow before Haman, who was seated above Esther, who was the queen. This made Haman mad, and he plotted to kill the Jews.
The Jews are a dispersed people in all the provinces of your kingdom who do not follow the king's laws. Therefore, it is not fitting to let them remain. If it pleases the king, let a decree be written that they be destroyed.
Go get my scribes and have a decree written according to what you have said, stating that all the Jews are to be destroyed.
When Mordecai learned all that had happened, he tore his clothes and put on sackcloth and ashes, and went out into the midst of the city.
My lady, it sounds you to say that Mordecai is at the city gate and crying out loud, "The king is plotting to kill the Jews." Mordecai wants you to go before the king and plead with him. Here's the decree that was written.
Go to Mordecai and give him this message. The law that anyone who goes before the king uninvited will be put to death. I myself have not been invited for 30 days.
Tell Esther this. Do you not think in your heart that you will escape in the king's palace any more than all the other Jews? For if you remain completely silent at this time, you and your father's house shall perish. Yet, who knows whether you have come to this kingdom for such a time as this?
Go to Mordecai to gather all the Jews who are present in Susa, and fast for me. Neither eat nor drink for 3 days, night or day. My maids and I will fast likewise, until I will go to the king, which is against the law. And if I perish, I perish.
Now it happened on the 3rd day that Esther put on her royal robes and stood in the inner court of the king's palace. When the king saw Esther standing in the court, he found favor in her, and the king held out to the golden scepter that was in his hand.
What is your wish, Queen Esther? It shall be given to you up to half the kingdom.
If it please the king and Haman come to a banquet which I have prepared for them.
Bring Haman quickly and do as Esther has said.
Yes, sir.
Queen Esther, what is your petition?
My petition and my request is this. If I have found favor in the sight of the king, and if it please the king to grant my petition, and fulfill my request, then let the king and Haman come to the banquet which I prepare for them tomorrow, and I will do as the king has asked, and give my petition.
What is your petition, Queen Esther?
If I have found favor in the sight, O king, and if it please the king to give my life at my petition, and my people at my request, for we have been sold, my people and I, to be destroyed. Had we been sold as male and female slaves, I would have held my tongue, although the enemy could never compensate.
Who would do that?
The adversary and enemy is this wicked Haman.
As Haman is pleading for his life, the king returns and sees Haman and is more upset. The king shouts,
Hang him.
So Haman was hung. Queen Esther saved her people, and Mordecai was honored and promoted to a high place in the palace. Esther will always be remembered for her courage, and even though not one word of God is mentioned in our story, God ordained it all.
Stuff.
Okay.
So kind of be like, here's not like actually that way, but you know what I'm saying, to where we can see it. So, for example.
Here's your queen.
Yeah. All right. So start. So with y'all don't even know. Yeah.
Be mopping your room.
Oh, this way.
Right up there.
Ow! The adversary and enemy is this wicked Haman. The silence.
ASMR.
We don't have